Hi viewers, in this relevant video I am going to answer the question what is grammar? So I will have to answer the question what's grammar? I have provided different definitions for the grammar. Although it's difficult to understand and define grammar in a very short words, but I have tried my best to explain it uh, very efficiently and effectively, especially for you people. So the first definition of grammar is right that grammar is the way in which words are combined, arranged or changed to give certain kinds of meanings. This definition is very important definition because this definition has been given. This definition has been explained by Michael Swan, who wrote his groundbreaking book, and its name was Practical English Usage. It was his most important book, and it has been undergone 2 or 3 editions, I think more than 3 editions. So it's one of the most important books of Michael Swan. So Michael Swan has defined grammar in these lines. And the first definition is from Michael Swan's Practical English Usage book, and it was the most important book. It was a groundbreaking book of that time. And now it has been studied by a large number of students. So that's why we have to follow different definitions by different writers, by different grammarians. So that's why it is one of the most important definition given by Michael Swan. So actually he says that it is the way in which you have to combine words. You can combine words, you can arrange words, you can combine, you can change, you can arrange different words in order to give certain kinds of meaning. So this is very important definition. Once again, it's a useful definition when it comes to understanding the philosophy and the concept of grammar. So different languages have different grammar. All the languages must follow grammatical rules and grammatical principles. It is must for all the languages to have a very organized and a very developed grammatical system, because it will help you in understanding the writing system of a language, the speaking system of a language. So you can write, you can speak, you can even read with the help of grammar. So grammar helps you a lot in speaking, especially in speaking, and particularly in writing. Most of the people say that you don't need any grammar in spoken English, but I don't agree. I disagree with this concept. You must follow grammatical rules. Although you can use advanced vocabulary, advanced words, and linking words, but you have to follow grammatical rules in spoken English too. Then we have second definition that says grammar is basically the structural and systematic study of a particular language. So it's a structural. You have to describe, you have to explain the sentences or the whole system of a language, the whole structure of a language. So it's the second definition. You in this definition, according to this definition, you have to study grammar in different angles, right? You have to, what do you have to do? You have to explain the structure and the system of a language. So it's very important. The second definition is too important, rather very important. Then we come to moving on to the third definition. Third definition says grammar is the set of conventions. It's a set of conventions and rules that govern a language. So these are very important conventions. They are important rules and regulations with the help of which the whole system of the language is governing. The whole system is based. So it was actually the third definition of good grammar. And we come to the final definition, that is grammar is a science of language. A science of a language. So it's the most important, or you can say it is the easiest definition out of all these definitions. Above all the definitions can be complicated a little, but the last definition is very simple. It's accurate, it's simple, it's exact, it's to the point, and you can understand grammar with the help of this definition very simply, in a simple style, in a simple way. So I think it's important to understand these definitions, and especially the last definition, it is the science of language. By the science, we mean that you must have some knowledge of grammar in order to study, in order to speak, in order to write a language. So it is important for the expression of your thoughts, for the expression of your passions, emotions, thoughts, ideas. It is must to use grammatical rules, grammatical structures, because they help you in understanding, they help you in giving shape to your thoughts. So it was a good grammar different languages have different rules, but Noam Chomsky, the greatest living linguist, has given us many different definitions and many different kinds of grammar, like TGG, which stands for TGG, Transformational Generative Grammar, UG. UG stands for Universal Grammar. So thank you so much for watching this video. I'll be back with a new lesson. Till then, take care.